Let me chop the onions first, so that you can cry first before we cook. Cry before you enjoy your food. If it's good, I'll just keep it on. Garlic, cut them first. About 4 pieces of garlic. I'm going to dice this potato. Smaller size, so easy to cook. So I usually get those with the skin. I can eat the skin together, it's beautiful. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a pail of water and put all the potatoes inside there. I'm going to dice them. Now we're going to go to the stove. Okay, wait for the pan to heat up. Okay, about 50 ml of cooking oil, which I'm using is groundnut oil. This is to fry, to wake up your lamb shank. What you're going to do, bring your lamb shank over, make sure it's heated up nicely. Once the oils are hot, then you start to put your lamb shank inside. Then we're going to make the sauce, then we're going to mix them all together. Okay? Yeah. Reduce the heat. Get stuck. Just to season them nicely. Make it golden brown. Let it for a while to get off. The idea is not to get it cooked inside. This is not what we want. We're going to cook it later, but we're trying to get a crust of the lemon shank so you not break while you are baking. So once you're done, you need to clean this pot. You're going to reuse this pot. Okay. So first things first, we're going to put olive oil inside there. Okay. So what's going to happen is that we're going to put olive oil first, about 2-3 tablespoons. Heat up a bit. Then we're going to make the onions. Okay, and the garlic. Prepare all the stuff over here. Don't worry about them, they'll come off later. If the pan is too hot, just reduce your flame and relax. Get everything golden brown. And wait for a while. So I would prefer at this time to put my bay leaves inside. That's where the aroma will come out. Balsamic vinegar. Just about 2 tablespoons. Really get inside the onions. Paint to your nose, spit from your mouth. Burn it, see got any more. Everything nicely done. We're gonna put nicely. Stand by. The minute it starts to boil, we're going to put the tomato sauce in. I know many of you are asking about substitute of red wine. Yeah, I mean red wine substitute would be grape juice. And then if you're asking for substitute for red wine vinegar, I will go for balsamic vinegar. So tomato sauce going to go in right about now. So I just need about, so this is about 6 meat, about 600 ml of the sauce. 2 chicken stocks, of course me and pepper. Okay, 6 meat. You gotta wait for a while for the pepper to be tender inside. Okay, put the amount of pepper, mix them well. Yep, that's how beautiful it looks like right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. Whenever I see a sauce which is like made with tomato and grape juice and balsamic vinegar, it's like, take a look at the color of the sauce. Look how beautiful it is. And after this, we're going to add in rosemary. Rosemary is a bit hard. Some say just remove like that. It's a beautiful aroma from rosemary, right? So we're going to reduce the heat. Now, once the heat is all down, everything ready, what we're going to do is we're going to put in butter, a little bit more of balsamic vinegar, brown sugar. So I already measured cut tip, somehow a bit more of balsamic vinegar. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of cayenne pepper, and I'm going to take a teaspoon, I'm going to like measure halfway. So I know about 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, so I get a heat from it. Some smoked paprika, same thing, about 1 teaspoon. Favorite black pepper, but the powdered type. Okay, mix them out slowly. So we are waiting for the butter to melt. We have not put salt, so now I'm going to taste it first. Ooh, wow, that is so good. I'm not going to put any more salt. Enough salt from the first amount of salt I put on the meat. Now it's time for the big thing. The meat to go in there. Get in there. Okay, big pieces on the sides. I think 6 pieces is good for this pot. I really can't wait to eat this. So we're gonna make it simple. I swear to you, I can't wait to eat this. Okay, now comes the potato. Still potatoes. Let's put it around. I want to taste the sweetness from the grapes, the grape juice, the balsamic vinegar, and the tomato itself. So I'm not going to put any more carrots. So you can just eat it by itself with the potatoes in it. AJ,
Yes.
for the first time, so this is my lamb shank with tomato sauce and rosemary. And give you a nice good piece.
So it's just tomatoes and
Tomato and some spices inside there. The main stuff is tomato
okay,
and grape juice.
grape juice.
Okay, brother. Toasted bread, toasted sourdough. Bismillah, please enjoy.
Actually, do you know that the color and everything, first when you serve it looks very Indian, like curry, but the taste is amazing. It's
Amazing,
totally different, man.
I would say I've been cooking since I was young. Teenage life. I will help my mom in the kitchen. So I learned a lot of stuff from my mom. So I know whatever she cooked until whenever she sent me to market. All she need to do tell me is that okay, I'm going to cook this stuff. So I know what she wants already. I just go to the market, go and buy the stuff and come back.
Cool.
I'll just go to the kitchen, I'll just check everything there. I know what's not there. Just go to the market, I know what to buy, I'll bring back home. So my mom knows, okay, he knows his stuff. So, alhamdulillah.
Not
Thank
the
you
bread,
so
not
much.
the rice. You see, I just took one piece of the bread. The rest was all about the lamb shank. Very nice.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. Hold on for a while. We'll clear the table. When we go to dessert,
Oh,
we're going to talk
yeah.
about you. EJ,
Oh,
you are in for a huge treat. This is my bun suji cake. The whole room.
mamma mia.
So why bun? Why choose to do bun suji cake? See all this crust? You only get in bun chips. the old suji cake, they have this nice thick crust, right?
crust,
Layer
yes.
crust, right? So I want to make more for it because I love it. So when I did bun, and I realized that I get this nice tips with that crisps there. So I said, okay, why not go for it? So I'm gonna cut for you piece first.
Are you gonna give me like a gold piece?
Of course, brother. This whole thing is for you.
Oh,
Off the camera, it's not. What was your life like pre-COVID and while COVID period
okay.
for the teh tarik method?
Yeah, just like everyone, I was affected as well. Because why I was affected? Because I'm at CBD area, Suntec City, so most of them I'm depending 100% from the office crowd. So normally, right, if you take any other shopping malls or anything, normally they work on Saturday, Sundays. They are very busy.
Yep.
Or should I say Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But over here in Suntec, it was Monday to Friday. It was very good, always.
Okay.
So you only on Saturdays and Sundays you get outside crowd because they are off day.
That's right. That's right.
So what happened was, due to COVID, everybody was working from home. So I was very hit really badly, I can say. And yeah, I mean the other thing was like the management, you know, yeah, they were okay with me. They were helping me out because I've been in Suntec like from 2002.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm
that's
20.
very long.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've been out of goodwill, you know, and yeah, they always take good care of me in the sense that they understand, and just like all the other retail, you know, shops were affected. But the only difference is how I survived was because mine is a takeaway counter, and I was alone, just me. So I don't have any overhead except for the rentals or, you know, the utilities and all that. I don't have workers. If I have workers, I might have to work for them as well, you know. So that is a big minus. So I mean, plus that I don't have any workers. So I managed to, yeah, I had to cut down on my own personal expenses and everything in order to keep me going. While a lot of big companies in Suntec itself, they started to wrap up their business because, you know, they couldn't, because of maybe, I don't know, I mean, overhead and all that stuff, and rentals. But apart from that, yeah, I'm still surviving, but Alhamdulillah. But now, the good thing is, only last Friday, I opened my bigger shop.
Oh.
Meaning
Okay.
From 80 square feet, now I have around 200 square feet.
Oh, that's
And
good.
you might be wondering, like, the COVID, we are not out of COVID yet, but I feel that this is the time. To me, it's like, this is not a permanent thing. Meaning, COVID is going to be there. It's not going to die off. Just like SARS. During SARS, I was affected as well. But since after SARS, I learned a lesson that all these are going to be there permanently. Okay? They're not going to go. But they're going to be like any other flu. Most of the companies, I'm sorry to say, but this is like, they take this opportunity sometimes, even if they are not hit, because like I think I'm allowed to say that, you know, our government has done a lot during this COVID, okay, for all the companies and everything. So I still doubt why they have to cut down on staff, but they use these maybe to remove all the unwanted ones and replace with the new ones. You know, it's like in the front page you read, so many people are out of job.
How you actually went into, which one was more bigger for you, the industry where you were as actor or the teh tarik? So you can come to both branches, you can do it separately. So we want to talk about young age, growing up, and then how you transition into becoming an actor, and then into this business.
I was born in Singapore. I was brought up in India until the age of 9.
Okay. So how old were you when to India?
Nah, from the time after birth.
Oh, after birth. Okay.
My mom brought me back to India, and I was growing up there.
All right.
Then, at the age of 9, my father said, send him back to Singapore because we need to send him to school. So that's how it started. When I came back, I knew nothing, and so eventually, I couldn't cope with education here because I was not schooling in India anyway. So
Alright.
I don't know anything. So I became a dropout in primary school. So from there, I started working at the age of about 14 years old. I started working in a shop in Peninsula Plaza. So just from morning 9 o'clock when we close at 10 o'clock, and 2 weeks once we get a leave.
In Peninsula.
Yeah, I was there and it's like doing sales, doing everything, But it's just that I was underpaid, I guess, because they say you're too young, like as if I don't have a pocket or something, So they gave me only $300 those days for 1 month, and then I realized I started to understand the money value. And actually, at that point of time, when I was 11 years old, I lost my dad. So it was like me and my other siblings. We are 5 boys and 1 girl. So it became very tough. So I mean, even if I wanted to go further studies or everything, it's not possible because everybody was like, we are young and we are trying to hold on to things. And we're trying to make money and pay bills and all that. To be frank with you, I mean, I've experienced situation whereby, you know rasam, right? We had rasam and we bought bun and we dip and we eat, and that was for dinner. So we have seen the good and the bad, times, and it's growing up. Then from Peninsula, then I got a job as a waiter in Swenson's. Then Changi Airport Terminal 1. So, because I love aeroplane, don't laugh if I say I wanted to become a pilot, but
No, bro. I was same.
same.
I wanted to be a pilot.
So it didn't make it. So I love to watch the flights, and so because of that, I took up a job at Swenson in Changi Airport, and I was there. Then I got a job in Sogo department store. Then I was a salesperson. Then that's where I was very interested in fashion designing.
Okay, alright.
What made me do that was became very close to the suppliers. Then I started to design shoes, lady shoes, because I was in charge of lady shoes and accessories. So I started designing and gave it to the suppliers, and it worked. But the management was not happy though, so after which, when I went to NS, then I never went back there, but instead I went back to hotel industry, Hyatt Regency. I don't know, somehow or rather F&B kept on pulling me back and back,
Okay.
So, in later stage, I thought, since I started having family and all that, I got married when I was about 21. So started having family. So
How
I have to.
How lucky?
Why?
21. No, I believe in early marriage.
Early marriage. Okay.
But I got married when I was 28, 29.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least you had your good times.
Yes.
So after that, I mean, end of the day, the typical Indian Muslim thing. Everybody was saying that you got to have a proper job and all blah blah blah. And I ended up working for money changer. But internally, when I was working for a money changer, and I had to work at night as a bouncer in a club. So I started working almost close to 18 hours a day. So because family commitments, so I needed that money to juggle. Then I was telling myself that I need to do something on my own to earn the same amount of money that I'm earning now, maybe with a lesser time, which gives me more time for family. So I decided to open a teh tarik shop.
Okay.
Why is because why teh tarik, not all the other business, is because I felt that end of the day is I'm quite I like to make coffee, tea for myself and at home. So just like you like cooking, so I like drinks. So that's how I chose that field. Then I realized it's not easy because nobody is going to teach you. Either you learn by yourself or there's no other way, or you got to go and work for a teh tarik shop. Okay. So since this is a situation, I was not there to prepared to go and work for any teh tarik shop because I'm not in that kind of situation because I have family. I'm not single. I can't take any chances. So what I did was I started knocking doors, and eventually a friend of mine, he came and told me, hey, there's this that time Carrefour.
Yep.
Carrefour in Suntec City. Actually, they had this food outlet. So the drinks where they're selling coffee and tea, they wanted to sublet to someone, which they used to put their own stuff. But there was a lot of complaint because the staff, whoever in charge on that day, they didn't have a permanent staff to do that. So the taste was different. Today you make, today he make, that make, So it's different people making. So they wanted to sublet, so I I started knocking at the door, and the lady who was in charge was Noraini. So every day I was like, after my money change, I'll go there and I'll stand outside in the office and say, hi, how are you, discuss with you. And she kept on telling me, no, you got to wait, I got to talk to the management. At last she got fed up. She said, okay, come. So we sat down. He said, okay, we're willing to let you, pass it to you. Then we worked on minimum rental and percentage. Then she told me you got to pay $5,000 as a first down payment, as a one-time payment. So I said, okay, can I pay you end of the month? Then she said, what do you mean? I said, I have my last salary, that's all in my pocket. You see, so I need that money. So maybe when you give me the shop, then I'll give you the money end of the month. There are 5,000. She said, you don't even have 5,000 and you want to open your own business. She was laughing, but then I convinced her. She gave it to me. And then I realized, actually, I was earning more than what I was earning. And I was able to, do a lot of things. That's how it all started in teh tarik for past 20 years, since 2002.
Wow.
And I'm there now, in the same place, Suntec City.
Very nice.
And when you talk about my acting career, it started way before all this. So I started to tears, and when I was walking back, I was just like crying. And why it's so difficult,
So you were given a colour fare.
Not even maybe now you got a colour fare. I don't know. He just told me just sit behind. I didn't understand because I was talking about serious acting.
I will take you as somebody I look up to. You've been in the industry for a very long time, and you are also a businessman from 2002, very long time. So give me a motivation for me to carry on doing this, Sadiq. So in that view,
Singaporeans will just jump on it. You know why? Because they internally, the only their mindset is like homemade is like you don't have any like artificial stuff. It's really clean stuff. It's not a business. When you go out to eat, do you know that for me, I'm allergic to Ajinomoto. So anything that has too much of Ajinomoto, I can drink 2 liters of water after eating. Okay, I feel very thirsty. My mouth will become very dry. So this is the thing that you have to remember. When you do business, and if you treat it with love, just like making it for your home, okay, I know you may not be able to make a high profit, but remember, Sadiq, you'll be remembered always for the food that you have been giving. Okay, It's not about money. Money, yes, we all need money, you see. But it's not like, don't focus everything based on money. Keep it going, okay? And inshallah, if you want to visit, come to my, because it's in the new shop in the same tower,
Okay.
Suntec City, Tower 1.
Sadiq City Tower 1.
Yeah, basement B1144.
144. Okay, B1144.
Next to Singapore Pools.
Ah, okay.
Alright,
Yes,
so inshallah you can drop by, you know, and
Definitely.
I know lah, you know, you also a Tetari man and I'm a Tetari man.
I'm still learning.
So no, I tell you, it's fantastic.
Thank you so
It's
much.
different from.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, AJ. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your advice, and mainly thank you so much for having my food, enjoying my food, my suji cake, my teh tarik. I'm so blessed to have you here.
You're very humble. Like, let me tell you, everything was fantastic.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much.
And yeah, I mean, I wish you break your this one and go into a restaurant. You know.
Hey,
Okay.
inshallah. Assalamualaikum.
Inshallah.
I'll meet you
Next
again soon.